This is the only video that you need to become profitable as a day trader in 2026. I'm about to share with you the only strategy that you need to use for you to receive multiple payouts and pass multiple prop firm challenges in 2026. And this strategy is based off of thousands of backtested trades. So I know what I'm talking about. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what is the criteria for the strategy and how you can start applying it right away. I will backtest it with you to show you how it works and how you can start using it today. This strategy is based off three main things. First, the timing. The timing of the market is extremely important. When is volume being injected into the market and where is the areas of liquidity? So this is very important to understand, is what time are we going to be trading? And this is very specific. If you do not get the timing correctly on day trading, you're going to have a lot of problems. The time that you will be trading is from 9:30 a.m. Eastern time to 11 a.m. Eastern time. Those are the trading hours that I find best for this trading strategy. And if you execute outside of those hours, you are going to have a lower win rate. Number two is higher time frame analysis. You need to understand where the market is going. If you don't know where the market is going, then you're simply just going to be trading blindly. You need to understand where are the areas of interest and where is price trading to. Once you have those two figured out, then all you need after that is just your entry, which will be on the lower time frame. And finally, number three is your entry. How do you find your entry and what is the criteria for you to actually enter a trade? For the entry, it's extremely easy. It's just one model that I use. And even if you miss your entry, there's also another way that you can find a re-entry for you to take that same position to your take profit. So with that being said, let's get on the chart and I will show you exactly how to apply this strategy and I will backtest it with you. Okay, so now I'm pretty much just going to show you exactly what I was talking about in the video, just on the chart and what that would look like, right? So step one is really just make sure you're trading between 9:30 to 11 a.m., right? So in this case, you want to be trading 9 a.m. Eastern time to 11 a.m. Eastern time. Now, number two is you want to analyze the higher time frame, right? So let's look at the 15 minute here. What do you see here? So you can see here, price is moving in waves, right? So it's coming up to here, dropping back here and going back up. So what we can expect is either price to come here and go up, or it can come down to this area, take this liquidity and then go up, right? So we can use either or to our advantage. Now, in this case, what I'm looking at or what I want price to do is simply come into this area of interest right here. So as long as we come into this area of interest, if we take out this liquidity, great, I'll look for longs. If we come into here, I will still look for longs. All right, so what I would do then is I drop down to the 1 minute and all I'm looking for is buy opportunities, right? So let's see what happens. And you have 9:30 just opened. Okay. Now look, you have this huge candle and we are in an area of interest where we want, and we took out, and you can see here we have an inverse fair value gap that we took on the 1 minute, which means we can simply enter as soon as we inverse it because we know we want to go long. You can put your stop loss right underneath the fair value gap. Now for me, what I would target is I would simply target a 1-to-1, maybe even less in this case, just because I don't know what's going to happen after we take out those highs, right? So in this instance, stop loss can be underneath the inverse fair value gap, and you can either target a 1-to-1 or possibly a 1.5, right? Or you can move stop loss to break even as soon as you take out this high and then let it run. So let's see what ends up happening is we get a little bit of consolidation, but you can clearly see price goes up and hits your first target, which is 1-to-1. Then you can move stop loss to break even. After that, it doesn't matter, right? So you would have gotten a 1 RR trade right here. And then if you look again, what ends up happening, if we go back to the 15 minute, is this, right? So price is moving down and it's going for those lows right here. So what we can use is we can use this area again to look for buy opportunities. In this case, let's see what ends up happening. We drop back down to the 1 minute and price goes lower and it moves a bit lower. So, okay, now we go back to the 15 minute and take a look at this. So what price ends up doing is coming down to this area of interest, taking out this liquidity, which is a really good thing, right? So if price comes into here, took out this liquidity, you can mark it out, go back to the 1 minute. And now on the 1 minute, it's the exact same entry model, which is an inverse fair value gap, which you can see right here. And you can see price took liquidity on the lower time frame as well. So I would just simply wait for this and enter on this candle right here, stops underneath the low, and then you can either target the next area of interest, which would be right here, or you can go for this area, or you can go all the way up top. But in this case, really I would take the high and the low of this, and I would simply just target this 50% area. This would probably be my take profit point. So let's see what ends up happening here. And there we go. And take profit, probably just up here. And if you play it out, what ends up happening is it hits take profit for a 1.5 RR risk to reward ratio. And this is the exact same trade that I also took with my community today. And they were able to profit off of it as well. So now I'm going to show you another example on gold. Okay, so here on gold, you can see clearly we are in an uptrend. Now gold has been moving up for a very long time, so there's no point in fighting against it and trying to go lower. All right, so for me, right away I spotted this area. I'm like, okay, well, price is most likely going to move up to this area. This is where we want price to go to. Right, and you can see right now it is 9 a.m. Eastern time. Let's see market open. Okay, cool. So then I do the exact same steps. Take my fib tool, drop from the low to the high, and wait for price to come into this area right here before looking at the lower time frame. If we play it out, there we go. Now price has entered it, so we drop down to the 1 minute. Now on the 1 minute, all we're doing now is looking for an entry. As simple as that. Now in this case, let me just go back to where it happened. Okay. Now in this case, what you can see is price swept liquidity on the higher time frame, swept liquidity on the lower time frame, and what ended up happening is we left a fair value gap right here, which we are about to turn into an inverse. So you can see here, now all I'm waiting for is price to inverse this fair value gap for me to enter longs and take it all the way up to the high. And in this case, there you go. You can see here, we ended up inversing this position, which I took an entry right here. Stops just at the low of the candle. Your take profit can be all the way up here or even up here because you know those are the targets that you're aiming for. But let's just be conservative and go for a 1 to 2 right here at the high. And let's see how the market plays out. And it hits your take profit right there. So it's the exact same entry model that I used on NASDAQ. I used exactly the same one on gold. So nothing has changed. It's the exact same process that I use on every single trade. Now, if you want me to show you how to do the exact same thing and actually just copy the same trades that I take, then simply click the link below and it will show you where I take trades every single morning from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time, and I send them to my group so that way all of you guys can profit the exact same time that I do with the exact same trades that I share. So with that being said, click the link down below and get access to it today.